life, every man that is running is an athlete. And every athlete that is running in a relay race has a partner. If a man that run or that is running on his track misses his track, he will miss his partner. And your partner in the track of life is your child or your children. When you get to your partner, that is waiting to collect the baton from you, you have no option than handing over the baton to him. He runs with it. The faster you come to him, the quicker he goes. When you delay yourself, you delay your partner. That is why every man or woman who has come to this planet is not a stranger to the planet. Partially, you will feel in your spirit that this place has been a home before this time. Whether consciously or unconsciously, you will feel relaxed that you have been in this place before this time you came. So denying yourself the good times that you should have had with your parents or your mother, which is the co-creator with your father, is denying yourself the privilege to know the secrets that are supposed to be stories to you. You may be 4 or 5 from your mother's womb, the same womb, but it can never be the same placenta. There is something unique in your placenta that is different from the one that your brother came out with. That is where we have the destiny attached. Stars are born every day. Stars dies every day. Sometime in the middle of the night or early hours of the night, not evening, early hours of the night, 7, 8, 9 p.m. You see in the sky some bright stars shining at a given time. They will do as if they ran from one end to the other and they disappear into the cloud. Hmm? Shooting stars. Good. And most of us will sit and watch and ask, what is really happening? The same way you see those shooting stars disappearing into clouds are the same way men that are stars are born and men that are stars disappears from this planet to the great beyond. There is something I will tell you today. You keep it to yourself. Don't forget it. We have two different personalities in this life, in this planet that comes and go. We have the good old souls and we have the bad old souls. Those bad old souls can never change. Even when they come 10, 15, 20 times, they are still bad. Watch them. They may be young, and you're looking at that soul as a young child. But the wickedness that that soul will perpetrate is like that of an 80 years old woman or man. Then you will know that this person is a bad old soul who has died and came back in the body of a young child. The same thing is applicable to good old souls. You see them, they live in young bodies. They grow like children. They come to teenage age. They get to the stage of an adult. They come to the stage of matured elderly persons, average women and men. At a given point, they become old men and old women. And they grow to the point of dying. They come back again. That is where we get the word reincarnation. They come back again. The things that they could not finish, the good things they could not finish, they come back again to finish it. It is important for you to ask yourself, if you are among those people that are the good old souls, you ask yourself, have I been able to accomplish half of my mission in this planet? A good old soul can come in the midst of 100 or 10 to 1 persons. For clearer understanding, a good old soul, one, can be in the midst of 100 persons. He or she is not created for her own personal benefit. She is created for the benefit of that 100 persons that is surrounding her. She is walking in the midst of millions of souls in that particular planet where she or he is planted to meet the needs of those people. The same thing happens in the family. When you have a good old soul, you find out that 3, 4, 5 siblings are from the same womb, but one person is the savior of that family. Look at that person very well. Go back to his or her former life, past life. You find out that this same person was a savior in that past life. Yes. And now, that old soul that died came back in a young body. That is what I term to be a good old soul that lives in a young body.
Okay, now, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
I have this uncle, a senior brother to my father, but
What killed him came
within
within the family.
yes.
I don't know him. I've not heard about him. But with your story and what you're saying, what killed that man in his past world? You never told me any story about him. But he died premature. He was a good old soul. He cared for the family. What killed him in that past world that made him die prematurely was from the family circle. And so now, when he was dying, He did not say, I will not do good. But he was telling himself, I'll be more careful. I'll be more careful. Because a man's enemy is the man of his own household. Any man that is putting on suit and is feeling a bite within his body should look for what is biting him in his suit. It's not outside the suit. What kills a man is within him. What washes the snail clean is within him, within it. The juice that washes the snail clean is within the snail shell. So that is exactly why he does good and pours a bit. Now, even if you want to continue to do good for one particular person, you must have strong reasons why he should continue with you. He must see strong reason why he should be doing good, permanent or continually doing good to you. Because he has learned his lesson from the previous life. That does not make him to be a bad soul now. He's still a good old soul. And when he comes back after this time, he will still remain a good old soul. Each time a man comes to this planet, he comes with an additional wisdom prior to the one he had. Because you come here, you gain more experience. You meet with bad, good, and evil. There are things that will happen within 1 or 2 days ahead of you. It will look as if you've not been in this planet before. It will surprise you because for the time you have lived here, 40, 50, 100, 60 years, you've not seen this type of thing. That is to say that there are a lot of experiences that are yet unfolded to a man in the planet where he lives for a very long time. So each one you see or experience, you gather into your shell, waiting for another generation. That is why it is very, very necessary that when you are in that track of life, running the relay race, when you are handing over the baton of success, failures, activities in life and achievements in life, try as much as possible to hand over the baton of history and stories and secrets of life to your children. The problem we have in this our generation now is that we don't have our history with us. Our stories of the past are limited.
He did tell me little.
He can only tell you little because he too may know little. There are a lot of things that happened 500 years ago from your own lineage, which is not written, kept. It was not inscripted, kept in any archive, either general or personal or family archive, for you to see, read, or to know or hear. Now, let's say that those times there was nothing like writing, whatever, reading and learning or whatever. Yet there were still means of communications, either by symbols or by letters or by scripting something on a stone that will make somebody who inscripted it to remember the story behind that sign on that stone. Do you get that?
Yeah.
But unfortunately for us, strangers came into us The sons, the sons of God, let me put it that way, came into the daughters of men and began to marry them. The daughters of men mixed themselves up with the sons of God and missed their history. What the statement I just made is a mystery. The people who call themselves the sons of God are those who feel that they are superior than us, the blacks. That they came, mixed with us, confused us, took our origin, our originals, took our originals, left us with nothing to write home about, talk much of our history. That is why there must be failure if we don't go back to find out from one person to the other whom we are. We have never been made. We are not made. We are created. The first set of humans that lived in this planet Earth is us. The nature of a man is blessed with two factors. There is a propeller to do good. There's another propeller to do bad. But the good and the bad, they work together. If there is no bad, you will not see good. If there is no good, you will not know bad. But us, we had limited bad in us because we know what is good and bad right from the days of the garden. There is no garden anywhere in the Bible. The garden is here. It's not far away from where you are sitting. The garden is within us. Our stories were collected, just like you walk from your house to this place. I don't know if you're a journalist, let's say if you're a journalist or a TV presenter, you may just put something, pin something in your clothes, which I may not know, and you're recording while you're asking me questions. You get it?
Yeah.
Now, these people came, collected our stories, gathered our history, read our past, added it up to the present day when they were here, looked into the future and knew very well that we will go farther than they saw us. They went and sat down and wrote our history for us in their own taste, to their own taste, in their own terms, and brought it back for us to read. There is no man on earth born with this color that cannot create anything, except you have not decided to wake up in innovation. You will create anything. Being a good old soul, there are a lot of disadvantages. Good, good old souls meet meet a lot of bad people. Good old souls, they have this ill luck. That is what you will call it. But it's not ill luck. The main thing is that they are created to differentiate in the planet between good and bad. So anywhere bad people are much, you see that one single star, good old soul will be there to mark the difference. And sometimes those that are born with this particular soul sit down at a given time to cry out their eyes, asking the Almighty Creator, why did you bring me into this place? It may be the family, it may be the home, it may be the village, maybe the community, it may also be the country. They will be asking these questions, not knowing that what they would have asked is, now that I'm born into this mess, what do I do to clean the mess? When you ask this question, answers will come. They will not come by through the voice of a human. They will come through the spirit that will enter a human to lead you to what to do. Without a question, there will not be an answer. Without critical thinking, there will not be question. Whenever you sit down and you feel free and feel relaxed in a particular situation, know that you are a dead man. Mm. In any situation you find yourself, don't feel complete. Think. Get the ugly part of that situation, whether it is a blissful one. Get the ugly part. Search it out. Bring the best out of that ugly part. In a nutshell, it was not by mistake that you entered that family where you are married. Not also by mistake you entered the family where you are born. Not also by mistake you entered the place where you are sitting down today. It is by purpose, not by mistake. So that word mistake should be replaced by purpose. Now, what is the purpose? It's a question. If it takes you one day to answer it, good for you. Takes you 1 month to answer it, good for you. Takes you the decade or lifetime to answer it, good for you. The earlier you begin to scratch off the black cover that is engulfing the coal or the gold, the better for you. Without heating it up in the fire, you cannot scratch off that blackness. And the blackness is the confusion. Any man that sees it will knock it off and pass, not knowing that there is gold